Alrighty, traders, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome to the live broadcast here. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the Trump 2.0 tariffs and at least the war on tariffs and exactly how this has played out. This is day two. And just give me 1 second here. Looks like there we go. I got my audio running on the back end. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see exactly what the market did this afternoon. In fact, since the open, how the market traded today. We're going to go to revise that. We're going to look at exactly, and this is important right here, traders. What's important is that we look at what we actually have. What is the market confirmed? We're going to talk about what we know rather than what we're trying to guess. All right. So we're going to talk about what we know. We're going to go ahead and speculate exactly what we anticipate, and then break it down as to what the opportunity is. So with that being said, traders, I'll see you guys right after this. All right. I feel like I want to break out a bottle of tequila here, but I'm worried about the 25% tariffs that's going to be put on. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, traders. So we got two big things to go ahead and report today. Firstly, number one, the tariffs on Mexico and Canada, both delayed by 30 days. All right. That created a huge move in the market. In fact, when I saw what happened with the phone call with Mexico, I got really excited about it because all they said was, hey, we're going to go ahead and send 10,000 troops to the border and to go ahead and help with the drug smuggling and the trafficking. So this is fantastic. This was fantastic news to hear just before the meeting, or at least the phone call with the Prime Minister of Canada at 3 p.m. today. And then when we got the Prime Minister on the call, I just was thinking just one thing. Don't be a dumbass, all right? Just go ahead and understand what Trump really is asking. This is not a trade war, all right? A lot of people think, oh, it's a trade war. They're trying. No. And I mean, Canada coming back with, oh, yeah, we're going to charge you 10% or 25% on tariffs on, 155 billion U.S. goods. I mean, come on. This is not a trade war. It's no wonder that there was a communication stating that Canada was uncertain about the actual language of this executive order by Trump. What was Trump trying to say was, we're not starting a tariff war here, but I'm going to use it until you get one thing right, and that is help us secure the border. Let's stop the trafficking coming through the borders. Let's stop the illegal immigrants coming through the border. Let's play our part on your side of the aisle or your side of the border and our side of the border. That was it, pretty much it. And yes, there was going to be these tariffs imposed on these different situations. But it was that was the game. That was the ultimate game that they were playing here, or at least Trump was trying to initiate here, was, listen here, man, I need you to step it up and do something about your border so we can stop the trafficking or stop the illegal immigrants coming in. And he did it. He got it right. And so, and fortunately, Mexico and Canada got it right. They understood what was needed. And so there's now a 30-day wait on the actual tariff. So we've got a 30-day window. Let's hope they bring in the 10,000 armed military to go ahead and help with this border crisis, because it's certainly something that needs to be done. Now, let's go ahead and take a look over here. How did the market react? So that's what we know. That's what took place today. And we saw an immediate move in the stock market. We saw a bullish move in the stock market. We saw the crypto market rallying. We saw the dollar selling off. So these are good things as to what was needed in the positions that we're looking at right here. We're looking at two things: US dollar CAD and Euro US dollar. Those are the two, and of course the CAD Swiss. We can take a look at the CAD Swiss as well. Now, these three currency pairs, all right, were all traded around the dollar and the Canadian dollar, all right, and so it was very important that we get some sort of movement from this. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Mexican peso. All right. I don't trade the Mexican peso, but I think it's important that we go ahead and take a look and see how the market moved, because it was this move that got me really, really excited. When I saw the market drop like this after we had the first conversation with Mexico, and the outcome was a 30-day delay. When I saw this move, I got real excited, extremely excited. Is because, traders, this is the type of thing that we're looking for. We're looking for this type of movement right here above the highs, right? And so if we go back to now US dollar CAD right here, what was exciting about this was because of this scenario. Take a look at these double tops sitting over here. So we've got equal highs, all right? Equal highs sitting up here at this area. And those equal highs played a major role of liquidity, all right? And so what we're looking for right here is we're looking for price to sweep liquidity at this area, and then at that point, looking for the market to sell off. Now, traders, I want to go ahead and show you something. If you look over here, we've got equal highs, all right? And we've got equal lows down here. So we got resistance up at the top, and we've got support down at the bottom. Something else I want to go ahead and point out here that's really, really interesting, and that is quick up, quick down, all right? Quick up, quick down, quick up, and what are we expecting? Quick down. All right. So I will be expecting the market to continue with this downside move over the next few weeks as we continue to move into this month's trading. And of course, we've got 30 days, which means in the first part of March is where they're going to revise once again the tariff decisions. And hopefully, we've got Mexico and Canada pulling the weight, doing what is needed in order to work with Trump to be able to secure the border so we don't have more illegal immigrants. So what do we know with regards to what's going on here? What are we going to be looking for if we are anticipating price to move down? The one thing I'm going to go ahead and point out here as well, traders, is very important, is number one, is that we had accumulation. We manipulated towards these equal highs. And then at this point right here, we're expecting price to come back down and distribute back down to this level of support here. That's sitting there around about 131. All right. So 131 is where we can anticipate price to move to. Now, clearly, price is going to come back here, and 138.50, all right, is going to be tested. Call it 138.50, 139. So this is going to be a important level for price to trade back below. And we want to see a nice expansion candle push through below that level of 138.50, 139 in order for us to be able to continue to want to see price move down to 131 and change. All right. Now, clearly, when the market blows through this 131 level, where's the next target? Liquidity sitting at this level right here. So we're looking for price to eventually get back down to this. But this is down the line, all right? We don't have to get too excited about that level. We don't have to start predicting anything about that. That's way down the line. Let's go ahead and deal with what we have right now. So what I'm going to be doing here on the US dollar CAD is that I'm going to go to my daily time frame, all right? And on the daily time frame, I saw that the market did exactly that. We had the same thing. We had accumulation, we had manipulation, and now we're distributing, which means I'm expecting price to take out this low at 142.68. All right. So 142.68 is going to be this low right here. I'm expecting price to continue, fall back down, take out the low, and then start working further down south. In fact, I would like to see a nice displacement candle below here. And then maybe the market is going to come back to retest this area and then continue to work its way back down. Now, we could see the market going down to around 139, 138.50, around about there, before we see price bouncing back up again, come back to retest this area, and then, of course, continue its move down south. Now, everything is going to be, of course, dependent on what happens with Canada and Mexico. More Canada than Mexico, of course, when it comes to the US dollar CAD. But we're certainly going to pay attention to the details and of exactly what's going to go down. So I'm going to be watching this. Now, I've already had the daily candle be a perfect setup for us to go ahead and start becoming a little more aggressive. So if you're looking for any scalping opportunities, selling US dollar CAD would be the way to go on this particular chart. Now, if we go to the lower time frame, go to the 4-hour, you see right here, we're going to get a little bit of a pullback. I'd like to see the market go ahead and close out below this this candle right here. All right. We did go ahead and close the gap, which is good. This is going to be, this area right here is going to be a fair value gap. All right, so we've got insufficiency sitting over here. Price may want to come back to retest that at 145.50. Give it if you levels. Oh, hang on. Actually, in fact, it could come back up to that level. So let's say 145. Yeah, 145.50 could be that top. I think with the market this strong down, I think we're going to struggle to get up to this area. And we're going to see the market drop back down here to 142, 142.68. All right. But any selling opportunities, anytime the market goes up here, gives us a nice little reversal setup right here, we're going to go ahead and look to add on to positions and start selling this again. So I'm certainly going to be looking at this as I look to add on to positions. I'll be looking at this, but of course, I'll be watching for any manipulation in the market. I think we're done with that. I like the way the market's set up. I said this yesterday, and I'm going to say this again, that with the price spiking up like this and pulling back down as far as it has right now, and the news actually lining up with what we're seeing, I think we're in for a nice ride to the downside. I think it's going to be pretty simple and easier to trade this move to the downside. Let's go to the Euro US dollar right here and take a look at the Euro US dollar. Same thing. We had a big gap right here. Now, the only thing about the Euro US dollar that is not setting up the way I'd like to see it is that we did not trade above this fair value gap. We're trading inside, so which means traders at 360 right here. So, all right, so 1.0, 360 is going to be crucial. We've got to get above that. I've got to see price above that with a nice displacement candle, and then see, or at least an expansion candle, and see the market then target these highs right here, all right, and then get you around about 511. At 511, sorry, 533, that's going to be a real good confirmation that the bulls are back in control and we're moving north. Now, remember, traders, I did post on Friday that the US dollar CAD is in a bearish bias. All right, that was done on Friday. I also said that the Euro US dollar was in a bullish bias. All right, and I want to go ahead and reconfirm that. If we go back here to the weekly time frame on the Euro US dollar, we can see that we are holding in a bullish bias. Now, one thing is crucial is that we stay above this area right there. That's around about 250. Now, if we go ahead and trade back above that area, of course, that would mean that this insufficiency has been, we've seen the market trade above that. And if we can get above that area, we're on our way back up to like that area. And that is why 553 is a critical level. All right. So if we get above there, we're going to chase after that area, which is around about 650. And then we can go ahead and test this order block sitting over here, which is around about 850 and change. That's where we're anticipating price to move. We'll keep an eye on the day-to-day movement as price goes ahead and continues. Now, we're still in a bullish bias, and even today's movement today is still going to confirm it. If we can close up above 250 by the end of the week, we can confirm that the weekly is still in a bullish bias. Now, the US dollar CAD right here has not closed out with a bullish bias yet. We got to go ahead and close out below this candle wick right here. So, in fact, the low would be around about 43.50. Now, traders, we've already got to a low here at 43.91. So, we're not too far off from that. So I'll be expecting price to continue to work his way back down. Now, remember, it doesn't have to happen in this candle, all right? So this week doesn't have to be the candle that closes below there, all right? As long as we close back below 4,600. So 4,600 right here. If we can see price closing below 4,600, then we are going to head down towards that area, which is about 4,300, and then down here at 42.68. Now, just as I mentioned to you on the 4-hour time frame, We see a fair value gap that the market has gone ahead and traded below. That's around about 145.50. And so 145.50 could be a key level of resistance as the market continues to push down and stay below that 146 level of resistance, where we need to stay below in order for this bias to change to a bearish bias at some point when we take out the low at around about 43.30. All right, write those numbers down. I know I'm throwing numbers out at you, but go ahead and write that down. All right. Now, traders, don't get too concerned about any sort of correction move. Correction moves are needed in order for price to continue. In most cases, what we normally would like to see is price rebalancing insufficiency. All right. As an example here, all right, when you have a big move like this, price normally comes back to retest. Look at this low right here. All right. See how price retests that? Look at this low. See how price retests that? Look at this low right here. This is a rebalance. Now, what would be super cool is if the market doesn't fill this gap and we get a fair value gap sitting over here that's going to become resistance for the market. But the only thing about this is when we create fair value gaps, when we create this insufficiency in the market, price tends to want to come back to retest that and rebalance. And so if the market's going to sell off, and we create this fair value gap, price is going to come back here. So it's always going to draw the market back there as this becomes an area where the fair value gap would become something that wants to rebalance. So you'll start seeing the rebalancing of insufficiency taking up on this place. Now, what I also would like to go ahead and take a look over here is our larger time frame, because we also traders, when we have this big move to the upside, what does the market try to do? It tries to rebalance equilibrium. Now, I've gone ahead and plotted in some stuff here on the chart, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. So we said that rebalancing equilibrium is around about, 37.94. I'm going to go ahead and readjust that because this was before we had the spike up here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our rebalancing of equilibrium. Where is that price action going to show? And it looks like it's going to be right here at 39.81. There we go, traders. So the rebalancing of equilibrium on this price leg going up right here is exactly at 39.81. Write that down, 31.81. That's where price is going to want to work its way back down to. So when we see the market move, what's going to be really critical here is that when price moves down, do we see price pushing down to, and again, I want to make sure I got that rebalance here, 39.85. And then we've got the lows over here, so the highs here, priced at 38.99, around about there. All right, so this is going to be the area that's going to be important as price drops back down to see if price stalls in this area here before either going up or confirming that we're heading back down towards these levels of support. Now, traders, we're going to take this step by step, slowly through the process, right? And I said to you, we'll do live sessions. We'll talk it through each and every day if we need to. But if we don't need to, we'll let price do what it needs to do. If there's nothing really to discuss, no price action that's really interesting enough to have a conversation around, we're not going to have a live session, all right? But I wanted to go ahead and keep you guys in the loop. I promised you that we're going to go ahead and talk about this throughout the week, have a discussion around this. This is super cool. I tell you something, the way the market's moved right now, the price action that we've seen was exactly what the market ordered. In fact, this is the market has got to the levels lower than we were at Friday close. So by Friday, Friday closes, we're in a better position than we were before the weekend, before the tariffs kicked in. And so this is a good sign. And it's going to be interesting to see how the weekly closes out this week. And of course, we've got a few days left of trading. Let's go ahead and see how that plays out over the course of the next few days. Traders, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for being here. I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be revealing my private Discord that I'll be letting everyone sign up for free, get into my private Discord, because if you're a trader that likes to get more information about the markets, likes to understand what's going on, I will be giving you access to my free Discord channel. I'll have the links for you in my next video, maybe my next video, but at least by Friday, I'll have the video and the links ready to rock and roll to get you guys in the Discord channel. And that way you can get access to me, can access to, the market analysis, live updates as they come along the way. And that's it, pretty much it. So guys, thank you very much for joining. Appreciate you for joining, and I will see you in the live session next time. That's Big Dog signing off.